Welcome, everyone. We have a wonderful chakra system in yogic thinking. Chakra is nothing but a circle and a center area where the various energy forces come out, radiating. Like if you're a circle and there are so many rays coming out of it. That's basically what chakra means. You've heard of SwadistanChakraAnatomy, moving around all the spikes and everything else. Well, it's a similar thing that we have in centers, all the 7 areas. And the 7 areas, they are the centers of energy, the centers of communication, centers of talking to each other, centers of receiving stuff. It's a reception center, it's a transmitting center, and all that happens there. It's much more like the telephone pole or the wire that Wi-Fi, the wires that we have communication, the cell tower, for example. Same thing, exactly. And so that correlates with the natural anatomy of our body. And each center correlates with that. So you go from top, lowermost, which is the two are combined anatomically, they are not separate. On basis of spirituality, they become separate. But the first and the second, the Muladhara chakra, root chakra, and the Swadhisthana chakra, they are all part of a sacral plexus. A sacral plexus is nothing but in the sacrum, as you know, in the back there, the backbone that is like that, pelvis, and then the backbone comes like this. The bunch of nerves there, right at that level, where the last lumbar vertebra comes and then the sacrum starts. But that's where a few other things happen. The aorta divides into two, goes to two limbs. It not only divides there, but also sends a lot of flow to the pelvic area, all the pelvic organs. So that's a big center right there. And when the blood goes to all these areas, the blood comes back from there and joins into a big vein called vena cava. All the doctors know this, but this is a location right there at the sacral plexus. So that not only the nerves, they control everything in this area, the back area all around, and the pelvis area, and the anus, and all that lower system. But circulation goes with it. What else goes with it? Lymphatics go with it. All the lymphatic that we keep talking about, they also get big channels, and they come around the center, and they form big nodes there. And so that's lymphatic. Something else happens in that location. When we eat, we digest our stuff, and the last portions of the intestines, they're located in this area, the appendix, but that's where the ileum, the last portion of the intestine, comes. Last few feet of intestine is located in that. Why? That's where the digestion has happened, and we are absorbing everything. Whatever we have gotten from the food, we are actually absorbing all the stuff. So that's a very powerful gastrointestinal system. Talk about the organs in the pelvis. We have the ovaries, we have the uterus, we have the kidneys, the ureters come down, so that's kidney has done its job, but now the elimination, that's the part of the root chakra. So that system is located there, bladder, and all that is located. So you're relating everything to when you look at the chakras and you look at the anatomy of everything else. This is exactly what's located. I'm going to talk about only 2 chakras today because there are similar considerations higher up all the way. Now, one more thing that we need to think about, and that is the adrenals come a little higher, but that we'll deal with later. But the system of locomotion, moving around, the main muscle that moves around we call it psoas and iliopsoas and all, they are located in this area, hip area. And so the locomotion, movement of the hip And that's all in this area. So the muscles part are extremely important there. And as we think about the energy centers, this is the area. The two lowermost chakras are extremely important. So we have an understanding of comparative importance of these lower two chakras. And so with that knowledge, we'll be practicing a little bit of the Swadhisthana Chakra next.